Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. In the fascinating universe of big-name ways of life, today we dig into the enthralling domain of Ralph Carter, where the spotlight radiates on his surprising vocation as well as uncovers the mystery behind his total assets. The lavishness of his home and the valued ties inside his family. As a carefully prepared reporting master, I'm excited to direct you through a selective excursion disentangling the layers that make up the existence of this famous figure. We welcome you to investigate. In 2024, Ralph Carter, a cultivated American entertainer and vocalist, brags a total asset of $1 million, an accomplishment coming from his commitment to the universe of diversion brought into the world on May 30, 1961, in the clamoring city of New York City. Carter's excursion into the spotlight started early on. One of Carter's earliest specialties was his cooperation in the Broadway melodic Raisin, a creation enlivened by Lorraine Hansberry's acclaimed show, A Raisin in the Sun, in spite of his childhood. Carter's abilities sparkled splendidly, procuring him far and wide acknowledgement and a Tony designation for Best Supporting Entertainer, an uncommon accomplishment for a growing entertainer. Carter's dramatic undertakings, anyway, were not without their share of difficulties. While raising him into the spotlight, his contribution to two Gull McDermott musicals met with less great results, as the two creations were considered slumps. Carter's flexibility and assurance impelled him forward, prompting further opportunistic solidarities on the Broadway stage. Eminently, Carter's commitment to the melodic man procured him the regarded Dramatization Work Area grant for Most Encouraging Entertainers, a demonstration of his developing ability as a multi-layered craftsman, and his association in Galactica highlighted his adaptability and obligation to the specialty, establishing his status as an impressive presence in the domain of live venues. Past his dramatic achievements, Carter is maybe best associated with his job during the 1970 sitcom Great Times, where his depiction of Michael Evans charmed crowds. Cross-country naturally introduced to the imaginary Evans family, Michael typified the soul of energetic vision in the midst of the unforgiving real factors of ghetto life. His personality was frequently viewed as the voice of reason, and his social inner voice explored the intricacies of immaturity with mind enchantment and steady conviction. All through the series, Michael wrestled with the difficulties of destitution, separation, and fundamental torture, defying these hindrances with boldness and versatility. His enthusiastic promotion of social change, combined with his faithful obligation to his family, charmed him to watchers of all foundations, rising above the limits of the little screen to turn into an image of trust and motivation. Michael's development as a person reflected the moving scene of American culture handling issues of race imbalance and the quest for the pursuit of happiness with subtlety and credibility, from his intense hug of dark strengthening developments to his immovable confidence in training as a pathway to progress. Michael's process encapsulated the desires and battles of an age, taking a stab at nobility and correspondence. Vital to Michael's story was his dynamic relationship with his family, especially with his mom, Florida Evans, whose resolute love and strength filled in as an encouraging sign in the midst of misfortune. Their security fashioned through difficulty and shared penance exemplified the flexibility of the human soul and highlighted the significance of familial fortitude notwithstanding difficulty as Great Times spellbound crowds for a large number of weeks. Michael's personality turned into a symbol of social critique, starting discussions about race neediness and the quest for equity in America through his mind's shrewdness and steadfast confidence. Michael Evans rose above the limits of fiction to turn it into a social symbol, a demonstration of perseverance through the influence of narration to enlighten the human experience and role of positive change. Ralph Carter's gifts stretched out past the domain of acting into the lively universe of music. In addition to the fact that he was a talented entertainer on screen, he displayed his melodic ability with the arrival of his presentation disco collection named When You're Young and in Love during the mid-1970s. The collection single, alongside another snappy track named Additional Extra, acquired extensive ubiquity inside the throbbing environment of disco clubs, reverberating with crowds all over. Next, the fervor arrived at a crescendo for fans when the cast of Great Times rejoined on June 28, 2006, denoting an earth-shattering event in TV history. Carter is close to previous cast members, including illuminators like Janet Jackson, Jimmy Walker and Bernadette Stannis graced the stage at the bed. Grant's lighting rushes of wistfulness and festivity among crowds. This get-together filled in as a strong indication of the social importance and persevering through effect of great times, reigniting affectionate recollections for fans who had followed the show's excursion with enduring dedication. For Carter, it was a snapshot of reflection and appreciation for the significant associations fashioned through the influence of narration and shared encounters. Quick forward to 2024. Ralph Carter has many undertakings in his vocation right now, claiming a truly agreeable life. We welcome you to investigate his home now, chateau in New York, in the clamoring suburb of Brooklyn, New York. Ralph Carter and his family have found a quiet metropolitan shelter, their home in a striking one-room, one-brick loft that boasts all-encompassing vistas. The city horizon settled inside a cutting-edge compositional wonder, traversing a field of 629 feet. This contemporary dwelling oozes refinement. After passing the boundary, visitors are welcomed by an open lobby decorated with a sizable wardrobe consistently segueing into a gourmet expert's kitchen loaded with rich conveniences. Shining white quartz ledges supplemented by tram tile backsplashes make a culinary desert spring total with self-shutting Tito's and first-in-class machines, including desired Baron and Bosch models. The lounge was washed in regular light, spilling from floor to roof. Windows gives a tranquil safe haven on Hart Road, welcoming inhabitants to loosen up in solace. The voluminous room, overflowed with daylight, flaunts a substantial stroll in the storeroom, offering adequate extra room for individual possessions and accommodation. Rules with the consideration of a lift and a best-in-class video-radio framework, guaranteeing security and serenity for all tenants' imaginative elements. For example, virtual dorms improve the private experience by managing the cost of occupants. True serenity in their day-to-day comings and goings also, the condo offers the comfort of an in-unit washer and dryer, smoothing out family tasks and improving, generally speaking, effectiveness for those longing for outside respite. The condo awards admittance to a common nursery and shared porch ideal for relaxing in the sun or facilitating social affairs in the midst of lush vegetation, gained by Ralph Carter for an unassuming amount of $500,000 in 2018. This residence keeps on filling in as the foundation of his family's metropolitan way of life with its unmatched conveniences and ideal spot. It remains a demonstration of current residing in the core of Brooklyn, where solace, style, and comfort join amicably in 2019. Ralph Carter showed up on Feed 7, New York City's neighborhood program at this very moment, as per the most recent data that anyone could hope to find in spite of his public appearances. Reports encompassing Carter's sexual direction have continued for quite a long time, especially hypotheses about his being gay. Anyway, there hasn't been any authoritative affirmation from valid sources in regards to his sexual direction. The hypothesis around his own life features the examination well-known individuals frequently face, where tales can eclipse their expert accomplishments until their substantial affirmation. Carter's own life stays private, underscoring the significance of people's protection no matter what their public details. Thank you for watching the whole video. Leave us your remarks in the part underneath. We want to believe that you have found this accommodating video. Remember to leave a like offer and buy into the channel assuming that you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the following recordings.